Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Supercar channel. Today, we're not talking about a $1 million hypercar. Instead, we're diving into the biggest surprise of my year, the Dacia Bigster 2025. I bought one a few months ago, and I have to be honest, it has completely changed my perspective on what an affordable SUV can be. If you're considering this car, or you're just curious about Dacia's new giant killer, you're in the right place. Stick around, because what I'm about to show you might shock you. And while you're here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our deep dives into every kind of car imaginable. Now, before I bought this car, I expected a bare-bones experience, a ride that felt like a brick on wheels. But what I got was something else entirely. My number one surprise is the ride quality. For a car that costs less than a fancy family holiday, the Bigster's ride is genuinely impressive. Dacia has somehow managed to tune the suspension to a level that feels more expensive than it has any right to be. It glides over potholes and uneven surfaces, absorbing bumps with a kind of a soft, composed comfort you would expect from a car in a completely different price bracket. Now the steering might feel a little light, and the engine can get a bit noisy when you floor it. But for day-to-day driving and long journeys, the comfort is simply outstanding. It's not just adequate, it's genuinely enjoyable. This car doesn't feel like a budget option when you're cruising down the motorway, and that's a massive win in my book. Speaking of value, you might think a budget car means compromising on everything. But Dacia has a trick up its sleeve, and it's not just about a big boot. Surprise number 2 is how Dacia has thought beyond the spec sheet. Yes, the boot space is a class-leading 677 liters, which is absolutely massive and fits everything you could possibly need. But it's the hidden features that truly amazed me. My favorite is the optional sleep pack, which allows you to install a full double bed inside the car for camping trips. How brilliant is that? Then you have the ingenious U-clip accessory system, which lets you attach everything from phone holders to rubbish bins in smart locations around the cabin. Dacia didn't just add a big space, they made it a genuinely useful, adaptable living space. This car isn't just for getting from A to B, it's for adventuring. Every car has its quirks, but with the Bigster, these quirks feel less like flaws and more like part of the car's quirky personality. This brings me to my third surprise, the unique personality traits. Now a lot of professional reviewers will focus on the big features, but as an owner, it's the little things you notice. The parking sensor beeps, for instance, are comically loud and dramatic. It's like the car is yelling at you to stop. And then there are the cup holders. They're strangely shallow and not very good at well holding cups. These aren't deal breakers, of course. In fact, they're almost charming. They're a little reminder that this car isn't trying to be a perfect sterile machine. It's a Dacia, and it's proud of it. When I heard about the hybrid engine, I was a bit skeptical about the fuel economy claims, but the reality? It's completely blown my expectations out of the water. My fourth surprise is the real-world fuel economy. Dacia claims great numbers, but you know how it is. Official figures can be misleading. However, with the Bigster's full hybrid system, I've been achieving incredible results. On a recent trip, with careful driving, I managed to get over 78 miles per gallon. That is absolutely phenomenal for a car of this size and weight. The hybrid system smoothly transitions between electric and petrol power, especially in urban environments, saving me a ton of money at the pump. It's a genuine feel-good factor every time I look at the dashboard. Now, for my final surprise, not every discovery has been a positive one, and this last point is something you absolutely need to be aware of. While the Bigster's major attributes are, a mix of positive and negative surprises, its true personality is revealed in the small recurring quirks that owners consistently mention. These aren't just random flaws, they are a direct and tangible result of Dacia's commitment to cost-cutting, and honestly, they collectively give the car a charming, almost endearing character. The most frequently cited quirks are a litany of minor annoyances. The cup holders are universally described as abysmal and poorly designed. The parking sensors are, well, overly dramatic, screaming danger when the car is still a significant distance from an obstacle. The multimedia controls are considered awkward and unintuitive, with some actually positioned behind the steering wheel. Finally, the surprising lack of grab handles above the doors has been a point of contention for some, a quirk that is specifically tied to the installation of the optional panoramic roof. These small details are not random. They are the physical manifestation of a design philosophy where ergonomics and minor conveniences are the first things to be compromised in the pursuit of affordability. The lack of grab handles with the sunroof is a perfect example of a design constraint that, a more premium brand would have likely engineered a more expensive solution for. The unrefined calibration of the parking sensors and interior sounds is a direct consequence of a focus on functionality over polish. This litany of quirks, while frustrating in isolation, surprisingly defines the Bigster's unique identity. The car is not a polished, flawless machine. It is an honest, straightforward, and slightly unrefined tool. For owners who have already bought into the Dacia ethos of pragmatism and value, these small imperfections are not deal-breakers. Instead, they are a constant, tactile reminder that the car's incredible value comes from its simple, honest nature. The Bigster's quirky character is part of its charm, and for the right buyer, it is a testament to the brand's authenticity. So, there you have it. My top 5 surprises from buying the Dacia Bigster 2025. It's a car that has flaws, yes, but it completely over-delivers on what you expect for the price. It's practical, surprisingly comfortable, incredibly fuel-efficient, and full of quirky personality. It's a real contender for anyone looking for a no-nonsense, value-packed family SUV. What are your thoughts on the Dacia Bigster? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the Supercar channel for more honest, in-depth car content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.